How many wounds in the president's body?
There were 2 wounds of entrance and 2 of exit.
And the 2 wounds of entry were where?
One low in the right posterior scalp and one in the base of the neck on the right.
Let's talk about those 2 wounds, Captain. Both of these are blow-ups from the Warren Commission report, these sets of drawings. Now, there are people who think they see discrepancies in these 2 drawings from the Warren Commission report, in that this drawing shows what you've called an entry wound at the base of the neck of the president, shows it to be, or seems to show it to be, in the upper back near the shoulder blade, considerably below the base of the neck, whereas this drawing does show the entry wound to be at the base of the neck. Now, could you talk about these and reconcile that?
Yes, sir. This first drawing is a sketch in which the outlines of the figure are already prepared. These are on sheets of paper present in the room in which the examination is conducted and are routinely used to mark in general where certain marks or scars or wounds may be in conducting a post-mortem examination. They're never meant to be accurate or precisely to scale.
This is a routine in preparing autopsy reports to use these kind of drawings, and at this stage for them not to be prepared precisely.
No precise measurements are made. They're used as an aid memoir, if you will, to the pathologist as he later writes his report. More importantly, we feel that the measurements which are noted here at the margins of the drawing are the precise measurements which we took. One states that we draw 2 lines, points of reference, from bony points of reference. We note that there was the wound was 14 centimeters from the tip of the right acromion and 14 centimeters below the tip of the right mastoid. Now, the acromion is the extreme outermost portion of the shoulder. The tip of the mastoid is a bony prominence just behind the ear. And where these 2 lines intersect was, in actuality, where this wound was situated. And if we would try and draw that to scale, which we weren't trying to do as this mark was made, this, I think, would appear a little bit higher.
Now, you examined this whole area of the back.
Yes, sir.
Were there any other wounds except one at the base of the neck and one up in the skull?
No, sir, there were not. Now, the second drawing, which you mentioned, was prepared as we were preparing to testify before the Warren Commission, to rather schematically and as accurately as we possibly could depict the story for the members of the Warren Commission.
In this drawing, you were trying to be precise.
Yes, sir, we were. We were trying to be precise and refer back to our measurements that we had made and noted in the margins of the other drawing. Also, of course, since this time, we have had opportunity to review the photographs which we made at that time, and these photographs show very clearly that the wound was exactly where we stated it to be in our testimony before the Warren Commission, and as it is shown in this drawing.
Your re-examination of the photographs verify that the wounds were as shown here?
Yes, sir, they do.
About the head wound.
Sir.
There was only one?
There was only one entrance wound in the head, yes, sir.
And that was where?
That was posterior, about 2.5 centimeters to the right of the midline posteriorly.
And the exit wound?
And the exit wound was a large, irregular wound to the front and right side of the president's head.
Now, can you be absolutely certain that the wound you described as the entry wound was in fact that?
Yes, indeed we can, very precisely and incontrovertibly. The missile traversed the skin and then traversed the bony skull. And as it passed through the skull, it produced a characteristic coning or beveling effect on the inner aspect of the skull, which is scientific evidence that the wound was made from behind and passed forward through the president's skull.
This is very important. You say there's scientific evidence. Is it conclusive scientific evidence?
Yes, sir, it is.
How many autopsies have you performed?
I would estimate approximately 1,000.
Is there any doubt that the wound at the back of the president's head was the entry wound?
There is absolutely no doubt, sir.